Hey guys, welcome back to Monday Madness with Lucas. This week's episode we're talking about more of a, representation when you first come out. How to give me a quick second. There's airplane in the top, but basically the representation of how to represent as male once you come out. Uh, Obviously, it's very different for everybody. When I first came out, I came out at work and at school. For me, my experience was I worked at a school I went to. I went to a community college. I came out there. And then when I transferred with my legal name. So I had to go through a process to change that as well before I changed it legally. Uh, as for coming out of my school, where I worked, basically I came out in a meeting. We had a meeting. We just had a general meeting for our staff, and that's when I told them, you know what, I am coming out by Alex. This is what I want to get called. At the time, that's what my middle name was, Alexander. That's what I wanted to be referred to, and everybody took it pretty good, to be honest. Everybody got it right away. I presented kind of masculine already as it was. I wore really loose clothes, as you can see, loose clothes. So I had a masculine butch appearance to begin with. So it's more like telling them, okay, this is what I want it called. I want to represent masculine pronouns and so on. And that's how I went. Sorry, there's a lot of. I live near the LAX area, so there tends to be a lot of airplanes flying around. Okay, so that was pretty much it for that. A little bit more process when I transferred out of school. I had just transferred into a new school. To a 4-year college, and the year after, and I still hadn't changed my name legally. So what I had to do, I had to go to their offices, and they do have a preferred name. Where you could just tell them, okay, my legal name's this, but I prefer my teachers to see this and that, just for a representation, even though it's not my legal name. Of course, I had to talk to my advisor and everything about that, just because when I first transferred out, they saw this name, feminine name, feminine, basically set female on the paperwork. So I had to explain to them what was going on. She was really cool with it. She was very supportive. She is a very LGBT activist. So she was very supportive about that. So she's one of my favorite people there. Everybody else just kind of got it. This is what happens. I was very androgynous to begin with. So masculinity, was kind of like, all right, this is what you want to be called. We'll call you by that. And that went pretty cool. As my parents, my family, it was a little bit harder for them to accept it. So it's more when it wasn't until I hit hormones. I hit like 1 year, a year and a half on hormones, where they're like, all right, he's growing a mustache. There's no way I'm calling him feminine names anymore. So I had to wait for that, unfortunately. But I had support from my siblings. So sometimes people will misgender you, and the best thing to do is correct them. You will meet those people that are very stubborn, and that those are people you want to stay away from, even though you tell them, this is what I represent, this is what I want to be called. If they don't call you that, then it's probably best to cut friendships, cut all ties with them. In my viewpoint, I mean, if it's different for everybody. But yeah, I mean, it's very hard to come out, and luckily I live in a state where I could come out, and my school will support me fully about changing my name and everything. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any questions, let me know. We have the Brotherhood page for a reason, and I'll see you guys next week.